It was Valentine's Day on the island of Sodor. All the engines are working hard, preparing for Valentine's Day. At Tidmouth Sheds, Thomas the Tank Engine was preparing himself up, preparing for the big day ahead. I guess I'm ready to take my first run on my branch line. I hope this will never happen. I mean, this would happen sometime if Charles became alive again. I've been dreaming about him, and I thought he was real. Then Thomas's best friend Percy showed up. Thomas! Cinders and ashes! Percy, don't do that. Sorry, Thomas, but you have to get up. The Valentine's Day starts like 20 minutes. Without hesitation, Thomas puffed out of the shed and left to go on his branch line run. One tragic night outside of Sodor, something terrifying and strange is going on in the hot tub factory. Whatever the chemicals are left with Charles the Train are reductively recarbonized and transformed into a giant red train, along with spider legs. Meanwhile, back on Sodor, James, the red engine, was taking the local goods train on the main line. As he was puffing along, he saw a strange red engine, but with spider legs. James was relieved, so he puffed slowly to investigate. And one causes him nearly made him jump off the rails. There, coming down the track, was a very scary-looking monster that James had never seen before. James, on the other track, was too tough to speak, so he reversed back as fast as he could, with the new monster right behind. Meanwhile, Thomas the Tank Engine was on the main line, on his way to the branch line. Then, a frightened James reversed back, raced past Thomas. Go backwards, Thomas! There's a new monster heading this way! Thomas was confused. James, who's after you? Then he saw it. Oh my God! What the hell is that thing? Driver, reverse back! Quickly! The driver done everything he could. And with the last second, Thomas was in full speeds backwards. The two raced backwards as fast as they could. Charles wiggily caught up with them. Using his spider legs, he had managed to grab things that he could eat. He almost grabbed Thomas, along with his shovely spider legs. Bust my buffers! That was close! Quick, Thomas, let's hide in the bushes. Maybe the engine won't find us. The two engines hid in the bushes. Luckily, Charles didn't find them. James, what was that? I don't know, Thomas. It maybe looked like Charles. Wait a minute. Choo Choo Charles? The real one. James, it's true. That must be the real Choo Choo Charles. He's here. Thomas was scared. He uncoupled from Annie and Clarabelle and went to find Percy. It wasn't long before Thomas found Percy pulling flatbeds. Percy, you don't know what it's gonna be, believe. Uh-oh. What is it? A new monster with spider legs. Oliver the Beast. Ooh, I should have known he threw me off the rails. If I see him, I am so gonna push him off the rails. Percy, he's not the Beast. He's not the Beast? No. The only thing that's worse than Oliver the Beast. Choo Choo Charles. Choo Choo Charles? But I thought he was just an anger version. Well, that's not it either. Please, Percy, will we get together and be able to capture it and kill Charles? Percy understood. Very well. Let's see if we can find Charles. Thomas and Percy puffed off together to find Charles. It wasn't very long until they found Charles. The monstrous train is racing right at them. Here he comes. Are you ready, Percy? Oh, yes, I am, Thomas. Here we go. The two engines charged towards Choo Choo Charles. Charles quickly recovered from his rageous roar and calmly charged towards Thomas and Percy. Working together, Thomas and Percy were able to demolish and comfort Juvenile and wreck off Charles's spider legs. Then something worse happened. Charles began to grow demon legs. Boss my buffers! Charles has demon spider legs? Well, I think I could do more than that because it's now full my scrap body! And Thomas charged towards Charles with demon spider legs. Charles quickly let out a big demon roar and charged towards Thomas along with the demon legs. Luckily, Thomas was able to knock out Charles by overpowering his legs and dropped him into the cliffs. And the monstrous train had fallen to his death. Yes, we did it! Percy was glad that he was able to help Thomas out. Soon, word spread across the world of Sodor about a new monster called Choo Choo Charles, and all the engines were talking about it. Gee, I hope the monster will not be here soon. Agreed. This gives me nightmares. Well, what am I now supposed to do? I think that Choo Choo Charles was a load of nonsense. Now, Gordon. You don't have to put this right, but Thomas and Percy had already killed Charles. Luckily, he was able to be alive, but he would be far away, right into the ocean. Then what am I supposed to do? Now, you two. You don't have to make this quick. but I think that Thomas and Percy have done a good job. Well, yes, I guess you could say that again. With Choo Choo Charles far away from Sodor, life on Sodor was back to normal, and accordance of the railway. That is, except for the new arrival, a new creature female pink spider is trailing on the loose. With new long legs, such as spider legs with gloves, and a furry and a cloverly veined balloon hair. And apparently, the word had been soon enough, but that's another story.